Well, hello everyone. Whoops. TheOntarioGardener here, back with a brand new automation video for the new spaghetti console update. I call it the spaghetti update, console update, whatever you want to call it. Just came out, or will be coming out, depending on when you're watching this video. And the question, as any new food dish, is can you automate it? Now, with this mod, I keep calling it mod, but with this update, there's actually 4 dishes. You have spaghetti meat sauce, or bolognese, spaghetti white sauce, spaghetti regular sauce, and you have lasagna. So that's a lot. Now, you may say, well, you can't automate the spaghetti pouring it out. And the answer is you cannot without a mod. If you go to the mod folder, or when it becomes available, and you search, Milo has one out about you can empty the pots with the spaghetti, like the boiled water. You can empty it into the sink by using a combiner or doing it manually. That's the only way you can actually automate this type of setup. So what we're going to do is we'll go through this with my mouse here, as I always do, because it's a bit clunky. Could you clean this up a little bit? Maybe you could, but you're using 2 pot stacks here. Now, can you do it with one? Yes, but it's very, very difficult, because when the grabbers come out, it's going to pull 2 one way and 1 the other way, and then you're just going to have a mess of waiting. So having 2 is best. Again, if you get to the point to where you can actually automate this, you likely have 2 pot stacks, or even 3 or 4 if you want to go that route. So basically, the way it works is your spaghetti's coming in here. Your pot's going to come. This pot's going to come up here. It's going to cycle around. I use 2 combiners for this, because if you use 1 combiner, unless you use a smart grabber pulling what you want to pull out, which you can't actually do it that way, because this is going to be a double cycle. You actually can't use a smart grabber for this. So using 2 is better. That way only will cycle 1 time. Comes in, it'll combine with the water and the spaghetti. It'll cook, it'll cycle around, it'll dump the water in here, and then it'll cycle back around, and then it won't sit on this, because you can't use a smart grabber here either, because this has to cycle twice for each pot. You can't really use smart grabbers for this, and it'll sit here and it'll combine with a plate. Now, again, the spaghetti or the bolognese, you have to combine them like on the plate, which is why I'm using a plate. So you don't need an autoplater for this. If you have an autoplater facing this, it's not going to work anyway, because an autoplater is basically like a combiner, and you have to have something on a spot for it to combine onto. You can't have 3 combiners pointing at something, that's because it won't combine with anything. So you just use a regular plate stack here. Again, then this will continue to cycle. All 3 of these will go out and cycle that way. Up here, you're doing your bolognese, your meat sauce. You have your meat come up. You have to cook it, put it on the combiner. Tomato, you chop it twice. And then, again, you could use a rapid mixer for this. It wouldn't really make it any faster, honestly, because it has to cycle anyway. Come up here. These will double combine onto this. This will cook, and then these will just continue to rotate. It'll go this way. It'll rotate around until you have a plate. And I have these counters here just to show you that this doesn't break. So let's run it right now. So as you can see, the pots are going to their dedicated areas. At the top, they're going to combine very quickly. Boom, there's that one, and it'll cycle around to get the other one. And again, it's not a big deal. These will only cycle 2. Nope, the third one will pop in. There you go. And they'll continue to cycle around. And because the way that it works is you can put the sauce on the plate before the spaghetti. And there you go. Now you see it combining onto it as well. So we're just going to pull these off, and they will cycle. Like, you can't make them not cycle with this setup. They'll continue to go around and around and around. But I mean, as you see right here, we have 5 portions of spaghetti's done. And then you got to wait, but there's always going to be one in the cycle that's going to be going. So we're going to be fine. As you can see here, it's going quite easily, honestly. And there you go. And eventually you get to the point where we're at now. Well, one more cycle of that one in the water is now we have 6 portions. Like, they're going to continue just to cycle around. Like, they won't stop. It's not a portioner, right? So you're not really going to have that stopping action, which it doesn't matter, honestly. It doesn't change anything. And this will just cycle around until you pick it up. You're going to get the sauce dumped on, get the spaghetti. I can't put this anywhere else, so I got to just kind of hold it. You know what I mean, right? So there you go. That's how to automate spaghetti bolognese, or bolognese, or however you want to say. I think it's bolognese, actually. So there you go. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, If you saw my other ones, or depending on which one you're seeing first, is this setup here with the spaghetti is going to be exactly the same whether you're doing the regular tomato sauce or you're doing the white sauce. Now, the white sauce is a lot more involved, so that automation will be a lot more clunky than this. The tomato sauce one will be less clunky because you won't need to cook anything. You'll just have this combining right onto the plate. So there you go, guys. All right, if you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving me a like as well as a comment. It would be much appreciated. Let me get out. And there we go. Okay, perfect. So now you guys can take a screenshot of this as you like. Now, could you clean this up a bit? I don't know where you would. You can't put this up here because remember, this has to be free. This has to cycle 2 times, just like this has to cycle 2 times. Now, again, you could turn these the other way, so everything's kind of going this way, but it's irrelevant the direction. These plates have to, again, if you don't have the plates to do this, you could manually put a plate on here. But again, if you get to this stage, you're going to have this. I mean, the best thing to do from here is off of this, you have like your soaking sinks, and you say your tables are here, you're having a delivery system go up, going into the soaking sinks, coming back down, going into the pot stack, going right back here. So like, you know, it's really nice to have it set up this way. Now, again, if you have the other types, is it feasible to automate all of them? I don't know. Now, you could just have a setup like this, which could be made more compact just to automate the spaghetti portion of it. But you know what? We're here to automate things. So this is how you automate spaghetti bolognese. All right, guys, hit that subscribe button, take the bell notification icon so you don't miss the next automation update, automation video, I guess. And I'll catch you guys next time.